record
Did you
on.
get?
Let's just get
Did you
the
get Elton on? Did
Huh?
you get Elton? You get Elton on already?
No. I mean, I emailed him the link, and he, sent me the email. We were talking today, so he's good. He should be here relatively any second or minute or
At some
whatever.
time.
Uh, da, 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 da. Later recording today, huh? This is one of the. We usually don't record this late. Special
What about it?
circumstance. How can you hear me right now? You're just hearing me regularly through the phone?
I'm on my glasses.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you can't hear, like, obviously, you can't hear me through your glasses.
I can hear you through my glasses.
You hear me through your glasses.
Yeah, it's speakers right here.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, those things are really fucking cool then.
I fucks with these, man.
Really fucking
Hello,
cool.
hello.
Hello,
Yeah,
Mr.
these
Garner. How are you?
Hey, what's happening? What's happening?
What's
was
going
good,
on, my
bruh.
friend?
What is going on?
Shit, we're about to get started here in 2 minutes.
Yeah,
I think we're waiting on Jimmy, but if he's not here on time, we are going to start without him. Because I know everyone's got stuff to do today. It's Mother's Day weekend, so we don't want to hold anyone up here. So go ahead and get started here in like 2 minutes. But
yeah, we chill.
let me text him just to make sure.
All right. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
And put it in. Where is Jimmy? I hope he doesn't hit me midway through with the hey, can you send a link again? He reminds me of like, when Kevin Hart did that joke about having his he does that whole thing to sound like not so cheap where he's like, my checking account is like connected to my savings account, and he goes like that whole thing. That's how Jimmy sounds with the Zoom link shit. He's like, well, I have my Zoom link set up to my laptop, so like I gotta open it first and then I can click the link, and it's like, bro,
just get a new laptop, man.
it's like, man, fucking, we've been like third graders were using Zoom back in 2020 when they had to go to school that way. Like, come on now, what's going on? Oh my god, yeah, he just asked me. Oh my god,
All he has to do is copy the damn link on his phone. If he just copy it, it copies on the Mac. You can paste it on the Mac.
I know, it's so funny, and I'm doing it. I'm literally doing it right now. I'm sending it to him twice.
Why?
Because he said it again. He's like, I need the link.
No, the fuck you don't.
I know he doesn't. I know. It's like, come on.
We need to do a technology coaching on him.
You know what's funny is he's good with technology. That's why this is. I don't know. He's so funny.
He okay.
Cracks me the fuck up.
If he can get defeated by a regular copy and paste, he's having a hard time.
That's why y'all should just break down and get the Android instead of them iPhones, bro.
Well, it doesn't. It's not a problem with
for iPhone.
It's not a problem with us. It's not a problem with us with our iPhones though. Like I don't.
Yeah, nobody.
It's only him.
Nobody wants to.
Like I wasn't meant to have an iPhone, so I would struggle just like that, bro.
I got you. All right. Well, he should be here any minute, but we can go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna give a countdown, and 3, 2. Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
And welcome back to another episode of Great Morning. I'm your host, Christian Murmer, Murms, Murmdog, whatever the fuck you want to call me. And to the top left of my computer screen, we have with us our in-studio comedian, Topazkin Chubbsway Chuck, or DJ Chucky, I should say. How you doing, Topaz?
Yo, doing good, bro. Man, hope everybody's doing good. It's a good week. It's starting to get hot around this motherfucker.
It's it's been back and forth here on the East Coast. I'll be honest with you. Like I remember Wednesday was beautiful, and then like it rained a couple days now, and then today's kind of like it's better, but it's not perfect. So, but anyway, I know we don't want to talk about the weather here on the fuck.
It's messing me up for karaoke. But it ain't messing me up. It's kind of nice because last week was we kind of packed the house a little bit, so that was kind of nice.
The weather messes you up for karaoke?
Like if it's like too hot, nobody wants to come outside.
Well, why does it have to be outside? Why can't it be?
Because we do karaoke outside, so it's a little bar area. You know what I mean? They serve the beer inside, and then outside is where all the picnic tables and shit are at, and that's where we do the karaoke setup.
And
The
that's
acoustics inside is just bad, so having any kind of music going on in the inside is just ruin everybody's ears.
oh really? It's that bad? What, it like echoes or some shit?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. All right, cool. So man, what are you doing for Mother's Day this weekend? To the listeners out there, we're actually recording the day before Mother's Day. Historically we usually record on Sundays, but we had to switch that up. We didn't want to like get in the middle of anyone's day on Mother's Day, of course. So what are you doing tomorrow?
That's a damn quick question, man. I don't even know my damn self.
You don't know?
Mm.
Did you get a nice gift for someone though?
Hell no.
This fucking guy. What do you mean, hell no? What are you gonna go out tomorrow and get a gift?
Probably.
Yeah.
Or today. Yeah.
You know, Mother's Day is like, I don't know. Do you go all out for Mother's Day, or do you just like, do you treat it like less than? Because like I don't know. I personally, I hold birthdays in higher regards than Mother's Day. So like my mother, right? She'll get something a little more substantial for her birthday than on Mother's Day.
Mhm.
Is that how it is for you?
Nah, it's just whatever you feel, man.
It's just
Everything,
whatever you feel.
yeah, it's everything just a feel. You know, it's a feel. I
Do
think
you
birthdays definitely need to be higher because, people want to feel special on their birthdays.
Do you get flowers? Because the reason I ask that is I feel like throughout the last couple years, or maybe like more like 10 years, I feel like flowers are becoming less and less popular with women. Like they'd rather not get flowers. Do you
Yeah.
find
Why
I
would
see
they
some
want?
nodding heads.
Yeah, because a lot of them don't want extra shit to take care of.
That's true. And they die kind of quickly and they can be expensive, You pay fucking $50 for some flowers that don't always last that long, so I
Yeah,
get it.
it's millennials, man. We don't want to take care of shit.
They just want it's like crazy. Like 15 years ago, it's like, wow, you got that girl flowers? Wow, you must really care about her, or you must really love your mother. And then now it's like,
Hmm.
yeah, I got her a $50 Amazon gift card. And it's like, whoa, hell yeah, dude. That's the shit
Yeah,
right there. So
yeah.
yeah. The times have
Go,
changed. The times have
go.
definitely changed. That's all I can say. But all right, Chuck, I hope whatever you do tomorrow, I hope you have a great Mother's Day. But thank you for being here too. Another thing also, we're recording a little later than usual, so like this is very interesting for us. It's 3 p.m. by me. I know it's like noon by you guys, and of course, we'll get into our guest here in a minute, but like I believe it is around 9 a.m. by him. But anyway, Chuck, great to have you here. I want to go ahead and introduce someone else before we get into our guest, and that is a man to the bottom right of my computer screen. We have with us the boss, the pimp, the CEO, the senior chief, slightly special himself, Jimmy the Shooter. How the hell are you doing today, bro? Jimmy?
I said I got connection issues going on up over here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Shit,
okay.
trust issues now with all the technology. I got trust issues over with
Damn.
technology.
Yeah, usually you got
How you doing, man?
pretty good shit there. You even seem a little blurry on the screen. Hate to call you out like that. I know. By the way, do not get offended by that. I used to have the most blurry of screens back when we used to record. But now you're coming in a little bit better. I see you now. I see you. How you doing, man?
Is it working? Is it working a little better? Is it a little better?
I think so.
Yeah.
If you heard my last question, how you doing, man? I
I'm
think
good.
there's a delay.
I'm great. You know,
There's a delay.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry as shit. Yeah, there a delay. See, I got trust issues.
There's a delay. I think there's
I don't
definitely-
trust technology. I don't trust. I don't
Why
trust
not?
We're going with technology. Am I
Why
phasing
not?
it out?
God damn it. Yeah, it's funny. Like,
What you mean? Why not? Well, actually,
oh, great.
what is going on over here?
Well, wait,
Hey,
wait.
what's going on over here?
Can
Am
you
I-
let's
is it
let's
you?
test this.
Is
Let's
it
test
you?
this right now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can we test
Is
this
it
right
you?
now? Is it me? Chuck, Elton, is it me or him?
It ain't me.
It's definitely him because
It ain't me.
I got that super blast internet speeds, bro.
Yeah, I think
I
it's you,
don't,
bro.
one thing I don't cheap out on is goddamn internet speeds.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do that. I don't think he's cheaping out on it. I think just something's happened on his end because the other last recordings he was fine. So, but Jimmy, can you hear me now? And by now I mean, can you please answer immediately after I am done with this sentence to see if the delay is over with?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, all right. I think you're good.
Fuck?
So it sounds like you're good. So I'm gonna ask you one more time before we move on to our guest. How are you today?
I'm well.
Man, you answering like a goddamn newscaster.
You know, I'm well. You know, I'm
Okay.
well over here. There's a lot going on. I'm really out here just testing the waters out here with this goddamn technology. But I'm good. I'm glad it took us about 15 minutes to buffer that question to get that answered, to get to the point. I'm sorry to disappoint my short answer of I'm well, because that was about a 15-minute buildup.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We just wanted just wanted to make sure you're okay, you know, that you could hear us and stuff. But I want to ask.
Yeah. Everything's. I'm here.
Oh, there's the little man. There he is. Very
Are
good.
you like you're on the far side of the house?
He's on. That's where he was sitting the other day too. Jimmy, what do you got planned for Mother's Day tomorrow? Anything fun?
Oh, my mom.
You gonna call your mom? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. All right. Well, Jimmy, I mean, it's great to hear from you, and I hope our connection issues clear up here in a minute. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on to our special honored guest today. All right, to the bottom.
Move on and move away.
I'm doing it. I'm moving on. Don't worry. I'm moving on. Anyway, back to our guest today. To the bottom left of our computer screen, we have with us a returning guest from last season. All right. This man was on his own episode last season. And of course, he's actually a contender for the top 10 list. All right. He made that as well last season. All right. Please welcome back our friend, the actor, Elton Garner. How are you, my friend?
Good. What up, everybody? How's it going?
Good, man. So what are you doing for Mother's Day before we begin?
I've already sent my mama money. My mama told me she didn't want flowers. She didn't want nothing. She wants the money. So she's at the age to where she's like, just give me my money. Give me my flowers and money.
Yes.
So,
I think that's
fair.
It was an easy day.
It was a very easy. That's good. You know, and I respect that. I love it when, especially with women, because I feel like I don't have a problem with like men. Like if I have to like buy my dad or my friend or my brother a gift, like they just straight up tell me like, hey, I want this, or I want this. But I love it when women are like that too. Like, hey, look, I want some of these things, or just send me money. Thank you. See you later. And it's like, great. Like I don't know. It kind of drives me a little nuts when like girls are like, I don't know, you gotta surprise me, or you gotta make it a big fucking surprise. And then you're like, I don't, and then it gets into another problem too. It's like, well, how much money do I spend? All right, am I spending $50? Am I spending $300? Am I spending a fucking $1,000? What am I doing? What is this? What are you gonna get me when it comes to my time to get a gift? Now I gotta ask all these fucking questions. I get anxious. It drives me crazy. So I appreciate a woman like your mother who's just like, you know what, want some money, and you send her the money. So I appreciate that.
Let me tell you, so there is no comparison
But only your mother.
between Mother's Day and Father's Day. Nah.
No.
Dad gotta take it.
No.
You know, your family takes you out for dinner on your own dime. Like they were only want to take you out for dinner, but then you gotta pay. You know.
Yeah. Father's Day is like the levels of how important those holidays are is like Mother's Day is up here, and like Father's Day is like below, like
Honestly, that is all holidays for fathers. Like Christmas, you buy everybody gifts.
Yep.
Guess what? You got one little gift up under the thing, and that's because your auntie, sisters, uncle that you haven't seen in 13 years, sent it to the house. You know what I mean? So birthdays, there's no such thing as birthdays in a day.
Oh my God. No. And like TV shows have made that joke before. Like it's not just a joke, it's satire because it's true. It's like, all right, dad gotta like, hey, it's your birthday coming up. Make sure you go out and get all the fucking stuff we need for the party. And like it's still like your
stuff. All
yeah, you gotta just still do all the work. You gotta set it up, you gotta clean. So it's just like, oh, it's a pain. Chuck, do you have a pain? Do you go through a pain when it's Father's Day for you?
Nah, man, I'm chilling, man. I'd be grateful for everything.
That is the smart answer to say, sir. That was the smartest answer right there. Chuck knows.
Jude, I'm gonna need you to stop being a tool, okay? Don't let your wife abuse you. Stop that. You're a man. You're a man.
That's the smart answer. Chuck's remembering last time we had Elton on. He started that with his word of the day, which we'll get into in a little bit here. He's like, "Oh, I'll
Had
call
a
my
war,
wife."
had a war going on. He tried to get a war going on, man.
To get
Yes,
things-
sir.
Oh my God. Well, anyway, Elton, thank you. Welcome back. We hope you have a great Mother's Day tomorrow. But also, we wanted to ask real quick. Also, what have you been up to since we last talked to you? And the last time, again, for the listeners if they didn't know, the last time we saw you was you made it to the top 10 list. All right, last year for season 5 of Great Morning. And you will again get a chance to hopefully make it back again this time. But that's a big deal. You were a contender out of all the guests. So what have you been doing since we last spoke to you last year?
So since the last time we spoke, I had the honor and the privilege to be a stunt double inside the new action play, Lilo and Stitch, for Cobra. Sat in for him on a couple stunts. Did was the U.S. Marshal on Magnum PI, which they canceled.
Damn.
And they hired me to be the U.S. Marshal on NCIS Hawaii, which they canceled.
Shit. All right, I'm seeing
It's
a
like
theme
a
here.
curse now, you know what I mean? So,
That's messed up.
yeah. So just working on and off of those sets, NCIS, stuff like that. That's about it as far as career is concerned, acting career and stuff like that. So I'm looking for the next big deal, waiting for my agent, my publicist to come up with something else. Did a couple commercials, downtown, Toyota, LA. So
Very good. Very good.
yeah, just looking for a couple more things. So, but other than that, and we just moving. As you can see, I moved into my new spot. This is my room. I'm setting up my studio in. I got a little secret back there.
Oh, very cool.
You
Yes,
know,
we see it. Yeah.
Yeah, so just we're gonna set it up and roll from there.
So I
You
have a
still-
question.
you still
Oh,
in
sorry. You
Hawaii?
gotcha.
Oh yeah.
You're not leaving. Yeah, you said that last time. You're not leaving there. It's just that. I mean, I think that's so cool. I've never been to Hawaii, but like, I know. I hate to bring up price here, but like, it's just so fucking expensive, right? It's like
What state do you live in?
I live in New Jersey, which is also very expensive.
It's
But
very expensive. So I mean, and I always tell people. So there's one thing about Hawaii.
wait, I'm
Hawaii
sorry,
is
Elton. I hate to cut you off, but something just happened. I think with your microphone, you sound all of a sudden muffled compared to before.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, now we can. There we go. There.
Okay.
I thought it was me.
No, it was.
Yeah. So one thing about Hawaii, people don't understand is Hawaii's all costs are up front.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you this: every state is going to hit you over the head with something, whether it be the way you pay your bills. You know how you get convenience fees for your electric bill or your tags on your car, like $600 for 2003 Toyota Corolla, or, So every state is going to hit you upside the head for the money. It's
Yeah.
just the difference is Hawaii's cost. Like you go to Texas and buy a house, yeah, you can get you a $350,000 house with 15 acres. But the problem is your property tax is going to leave you homeless. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'd rather live in a place where all my cost is up front rather than, hidden fees and stuff like that. Because every state is going to get their money. So
Damn. I know we talked about Hawaii last time, so I want to, I don't want to spend too much time on that. But you did mention before that you were a stunt man, all right, for Lilo and Stitch, you said?
yeah. So they're coming with the live action play Lilo and Stitch.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a scene to where they're sitting down at okay, just for I can't really put it out there because it's not out there yet. But there's a scene to where that instead of the main character, I mean, it has some fire and some other stuff.
Oh, okay. So you're actually
yeah.
doing the stunt work.
Yeah.
So have you in the past had to do similar things like a stuntman would do?
I have.
Yeah.
So if you look at the movie Tears of the Sun, not only is my name on there for actor, when you look at the stunt doubles, my name's down there. So I did a lot of stunt double work on that, so they didn't have to pay a lot of people.
So when you're doing, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So when you're doing the stunt work though, like do you find yourself having to do like extra training also to do that? Or were like right off the bat, like when you were becoming an actor, you were just like, I'll do a lot of my own stunts and it wasn't a big deal to you?
Well, I've never done my own stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've been stunt for other people, right?
Yeah.
And usually, stunt double all the time doesn't deal with explosions and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just walking away. If the main actor is on another location filming, you know what I mean, and
they just need like a back
somebody
shot.
yeah, come in and run away from the stuff. And that's kind of where you live at, for a lot of the times. Yeah. So it's rare that you really get those explosions and
Yes. Yeah.
fight scene. 'Cause I'm not doing no backflips, bro. I'm not doing
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not that type of stunt man,
no, I'm not.
I think it'd be
my
dope,
last
man.
backflip.
That would be fucking cool though. If
Hey,
you
we'll
were all
leave
of a
that
sudden
for
doing
Charles. We'll leave
backflips.
that for Charles. We'll leave that for Charles to be a stunt man and doing backflips.
Let me get it.
Yeah.
Let me get in it. Let me get a stunt in. I'll do a backflip.
Dude, if I tried to do a backflip right now for a movie or for whatever goddamn reason, I think I would like tear my back up so bad that I would be in a wheelchair for another couple months. Like I don't think I could do it.
It'll be bad. I used to do backflips.
Really?
And stuff like, oh yeah, we used to flip all, set up that little mattress that has every type of disease on it. When you were young, got it out the alley.
Yeah. That's the one. The crackheads used to smash. Yeah, they used to smash on it. You know what I mean?
You doing backflips on that?
Yeah. So like one time I remember coming out of the house one morning or whatever, and I'm about to go downstairs to go get my friends because we was in the building. And there was these crackheads just smashing on the mattress that we be wrestling on. Just there's these two homeless crackheads. Dude was just hitting it little bony ass cheeks from the back.
Oh, God. How old were you when you saw that?
I don't know. 8, 9.
Jesus
maybe.
Christ. Oh my God.
Oh, bro,
Yeah,
things you're exposed to in the hood.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Did you
That's a whole show. That's a whole show by itself.
Yes, that is really.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're
And what's
absolutely
crazy,
right.
you know what I mean? What's crazy is that they don't give a fuck. When the girl looked back at us, she just was like, "Get on up out of here." Kept on letting them, just kept on throwing that little bony ass cheeks back. Get on up out of here.
My question
Yeah,
then is, did you continue to use that mat afterwards for wrestling?
Yeah, because we ain't had no other available mats.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. That's that is I mean I shouldn't be laughing. I'm sorry that was even a part of anyone's childhood, but that's
It's real.
I'd say, oh yeah, no, I bet it is. But yeah, no, I believe Chuck, but that is fucking disgusting. The
Yeah,
back
'cause, like-
Jesus. Anyway,
But you're too young to think about diseases at that age. You ain't thinking about nothing nasty. You know what I mean?
no.
You just watching two black ashy ass bony ass fucking crackheads do it. All you know is that they doing it, and you at that age you like 9, 10. Your little mannish ass self probably want to do it too. I don't know.
Oh, did you start thinking about it though again when you got a little older, like maybe in high school or like I forget when they started doing it, like the end of middle school when they started teaching you like sex ed class and they were telling you about all the, how they used to scare you like, oh, look at this, there's 1,000 diseases you can get if you have unprotected sex. Did you start thinking about back to that moment like, oh my God, like, oh my God, I probably got everything.
Nah, man, you think about it. You do think about it when you in like these kind of settings. You know,
This is the first time I thought about it. Like
it's act-
when I first said about that pulling that old mattress, and then I just started thinking about how probably diseased that joker was.
yeah.
It's the first.
It's out of sight. Yeah, dog, it's in the back of your mind. You know what I mean? Like in these kind of settings, because this ain't the only time I've told that story, but man, like when you think about it, like shit, I'm glad I don't have a disease because we used to wrestle on that motherfucker like a WWF style because I'm
Oh my
always
god, that's so.
slamming each other on that
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm laughing
musty ass
again.
thing.
I'm just like imagining like now like those two homeless people are fucking, and like you and your buddies are just like waiting there like is it our turn yet? Like they like use the mattress and they're like
Nah,
get out of
man.
here.
We left. It ain't like you. What we gonna do? Tell them to get off my mattress? We
You
left.
give them a time limit. You're like, all right, you got 30 more minutes and we're coming back.
Man. It's 1:00, man. It's our turn to use the mattress.
Yeah, it's our turn.
I guarantee ain't no crackhead coochie gonna let you last 30 minutes in there.
Oh, oh my god, Chuck, what are we? Oh, what are we talking about? What are we talking about on this episode? God damn it! All
Ain't
right,
no 30. Ain't no such thing as 30-minute crackhead coochie. You got 10 pumps. They need to hurry up and get that heroin fixed.
Oh, Jesus. Ooh, ooh. All right. Anyway, okay, let's move back into acting. let's transition back into acting now. But Elton, I have actually a large question. That's actually weird how I said that. A big question, I should say, for you. It's become more and more common throughout, well, I guess you could even say like the last 30, 40 years and stuff. But it's become way more common for actors and actresses, right, to speak their minds about like social issues, political issues, environmental issues these days. And a lot of people, like, they'll be influenced by it or they might even be inspired by it. But there's a lot of people, especially in America, that are annoyed by it. Like they feel like, how dare, I'm going to use Brad Pitt as an example. I don't know if he's actually done this. So, shout out to Brad Pitt. But like Brad Pitt goes on stage at the Academy Awards and starts fucking like lecturing the common people about how they can better this or better that, and everyone gets a little annoyed because they're like, hey man, like you don't live the same life as us. And it's kind of understandable in a way, but also it goes into like the free speech, like just because he's an actor doesn't mean he can't speak his mind. This is America. We're allowed to say what we want even if people won't agree with what you're saying. So I want to know what your thoughts are on actors doing that.
So so number one, I try to separate the two.
Okay.
Right? I really try to separate the two. I will keep my professional opinion separate from my personal opinion. That's just me. But as Elton, I'm willing to talk about it.
Okay.
As for the actor, you see what I'm saying? My agenda is to bring people together, right? As an actor, that's at the end of the day, that's what we do. We bring people together in a common goal, as far as unify. I always think of you remember Joffrey, King Joffrey off of Game of Thrones.
Yes.
How
Yes.
everybody in the world hated him. You see what I'm saying? He was the most hated person in all the free world. And I can imagine him walking down the street and people like, "You're an asshole, Joffrey."
Yeah, that's
Bro,
true.
I just wanted a big man. But see, we bring people together in common goals. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But now, the caveat to that, I don't hate them, is because if politicians can get out there and get paid by people to push an agenda, what's the difference? That's people using their platform for an agenda. You see what I'm saying? And is that agenda the people? 9 times out of 10, it's not.
Yeah.
So I can tell you this. There are, I live in a world where certain things, and we're just going to get just a little bit into it, as a Black man that I can deal with, and certain things I'm not willing to deal with.
Okay.
So I can speak on those things publicly, but again, why would I do that? Now, if you want to personally know me and have a beer and have a drink and we talk about that stuff, that's fine. You'll find out. But at the same time, I'm not going to stand up on stage and give a whole speech. And some people are convicted to do that. But my thing is, what's the difference? What's the difference between, I heard somebody tell LeBron, shut up and dribble the ball.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If people can't use their platforms to affect change, then nothing gets done. There's no pressure to change anything. And I'm gonna tell you what, government works like this. If there's no pressure, think about this. Think about the realm of politics. They have all the people protesting across the land because of Palestine and all this and everything. But me and Chuck were just talking about the crackheads and the homeless people that have always been there.
Amen.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So wherever public opinion and public pressure is, and people use their platform for pressure. We come from an area where homeless people, and it has been a problem since I've been little, and it didn't matter who's president, who was Republican, who was Democrat, because there are Republicans and Democrats who are homeless and need help.
Yeah. That's true. It hasn't changed.
So what
Yeah,
exactly? It hasn't changed. So what am I advocating for? Exactly what I'm taking someone else's private issue and I'm making them public to benefit someone basically who's probably already a millionaire or a billionaire.
Yeah.
And to try to get people to see that. So I stay out of that realm. I don't have an opinion either way on how people get on stage and do that. So I just know for me, I'm a ghetto kid. And as long as the ghetto doesn't change, bro, I don't care if he's in office. And until I see somebody who was willing to put their neck on the line and really address the homelessness, the drug use, and everything plaguing everybody's state, everybody's city. Everybody's city's got drugs. Everybody's city's got homeless.
Yeah.
So
That's
until
right.
I see a person, I don't care what's happening at the border. I don't care nothing about that.
Yeah.
You can do a border bill and as well as fund something for homeless people. We're America. You see what I'm saying? America is a nation of immigrants, except for us. We were brought over here just so we.
Yes. Yeah. That's true.
But other than that, we are. And think about that. I want to say this. And this is just. I got to get off my chest.
Sure.
And this is my only political stance, really, in the world. My only political stance. We were brought over here against our will. We were made slaves. We built America on our back through hard work and labor. When I guess the founding people, whether it's Christopher Columbus who found America but had help for Thanksgiving by savages, right? They gave them land, right? They gave them land. Now it was shitty land, but it was land.
Mm-hmm.
The Hawaiians, when they took over Hawaii, they have native land. They have actual programs that help them out. But what did we get? So we were brought over here, kicked out with nothing. And then when we tried to build our own, like I heard somebody say, they need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, right? But when we did, massacres happened where 300 people were killed and towns burned down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for us, we're out here expected to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, but every time we try to, just like in every hood, I don't care where you from, in every hood, they promised us that they would have jobs for us and stuff. They built factories, and then what did they do? Why do you think Detroit is so fucked up right now? Why do you think LA is so fucked up right now? They took those factories and moved them out to rural areas. Now those people that were dependent on those with those families and stuff like that, guess what? Now we're poor. Now we got drugs. Now we got a liquor store on every corner. People want to feel good. This is how you keep people down. I'm sorry I didn't need to go into this, but that's my only political agenda. What about us? I'm seeing these anti-Asian hate bills, these anti hate Jewish bills. I see all these anti hate Palestinian deal, but where are we fit in all that?
It's almost like there's always a care for others.
Exactly. At the end of the day, that's my only political stance. And that's what I'll stand on. And that's my complaint with the whole political. I don't have a political opinion about a lot of other things except for that. And until I see that person who's willing to step up and step out for all Americans, we are considered America. This lady told me when I was younger to go back to my country. I looked at this lady and said, which one is that?
Yeah.
If you can tell me, if you can help me find that out, because I was property. Then they keep those records.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know where
that's
I'm
why-
from.
That's why I always tell people.
I watch everybody else celebrate their culture, but then they give us African American month. And then you got actually Africans who became Americans,
Yeah.
and that is not color specific. Let me be clear. There was a Lieutenant Clark. When I was in the Navy, he was a white guy from South Africa. He was more African than I was.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Technically, like, is Elon Musk from South Africa? Like, he's
Yeah,
South
yeah.
African. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's more African than I am. Ain't that
Fact.
about a bitch?
It's interesting to look at it like that, definitely. It absolutely
You tell me
is.
to go back to my own country. Really?
Mhm.
That's
But
that's
you
ridiculous.
show me where I'm from, and I promise you I'll make a trip there.
Okay.
A lot of us, man, we lost our goddamn history. And we can't tell. We don't know what happened past 1960.
No,
If you
yeah, oh
think
yeah,
about it,
definitely.
everybody has their culture. Like I get here in Hawaii, they got their little dances, the drums, the Filipinos, everybody. I mean, we celebrate like St. Patty's Day. You know, they have food and things from that culture. But what
Mhm.
what do we celebrate? What, twerking? Like, what
Man, I
do
ain't gonna
we
lie to
celebrate? Like,
you.
you
Shit, we
see
ain't
what I'm
even.
saying?
Yeah, we ain't even the best. Black people ain't even the best dancers no more. Shit, the Koreans got us beat.
Exactly. Shit.
We ain't even the best dancers no more, man. Black people can't fucking dance.
Yeah.
They lazy
Yeah.
ass TikTokers. Lazy ass TikTok dancers. That should be making me so goddamn mad. They be dancing so fucking lazy on TikTok. It's stupid.
They're gonna fuck around and make you come back out my crumping days.
Yes, do it.
Fuck around and dislocate a hip.
Oh my
Shit.
god. That's fantastic. Well, Elton, wow, what a hell of an answer to that question. I really appreciate you taking the time to answer that. I knew that was
I
going to
forgot
be.
the goddamn question.
Well, I asked about like actors talking. If they express a certain, it doesn't have to be political, it could be social, environmental view. Because I know sometimes it annoys people, sometimes it does not. Anyway, that's what I asked him, and he gave a hell of an answer. And like I said, I knew it was going to be a big question. I do want to say one thing though, and this isn't against anything, but what's interesting, because we did, or you touched on drug use, especially in this country. What is interesting to know is, like, it's weird to think about this, right? That like drug use is like one of the most equal things for like anyone, because like you'll hear about like you guys said before, or like Chuck said before, like the crackheads doing that on the mattress, but then also like you'll hear about big time actors like doing drugs and like getting in trouble for doing drugs and like being high on stage or high while they're doing a movie and shit. So like,
Oh yeah.
drugs are not like, it doesn't matter if you're the poorest person or the richest person in the world, drugs are there.
Oh yeah. And it's crazy because I'm just like how, what was the comedian? Oh, Cat Williams. Cat Williams said it best. Like, you'll be sitting in front of executives and high people, and they'll just be talking to you regular. Like, Cat, how you doing? Let me, and just do a line of coke right in front of you.
Yeah.
You're just like, that's crazy because it really happened. That is not a lie. That's real.
That's so
Wow,
true.
that's crazy.
That's
That's nuts.
absolutely true. I
That
met
is real.
but I had met her and like I was just like talking to her, like she's talking in the kitchen to me, and just in the middle of her talking to me, she just pulls out a bag of Coke and just starts cutting up a line. Just I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, holy
No way. No way.
But see, here's the deal. There's
Murms.
high class drugs,
yeah.
and there's certain drugs that are just bad neat, like meth, crack,
Yep.
things that plague ordinary communities, right? And I'm not even saying it doesn't touch rich communities, but they're prevalent
Yes.
in very poor communities all across the nation, all across the nation.
You never said anything like that.
Well, Liz?
What do you mean?
No, some of Murms ain't never said nothing like that. That's it.
Oh,
What do you mean by that?
it's the craziest thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so, Chris,
Yeah.
so how did you feel? How did you like? What did you do? What was the exact thing running through your head when you seen it?
That's what I want to know.
I was just like, oh, like shit. Like, all right, I guess I'll just
You
keep
were
the
like, "Can I get
conversation
some?"
going. But like, yeah, like inside, it's just like, it's like, I guess I could act cool, be like, all right, this isn't a big deal, but it's like, okay, this is like happening though. It's, I don't know, it's surprising. Like, it was kind of shocking. And like, like I said, it's maybe not shocking because like, you know, a lot of people do that. So whatever. But like at the same time, it's like, I was just like having a conversation with you. And just like in the middle of that, it's like, all right, cool. Just like, all right. fuck it.
Yeah.
But I mean, now I gotta ask: since she willingly took her own line, does that like discount it? Like you can't have sex that day, or is it date rape? What is that?
Oh my God. Well, I mean, it didn't even go there. It was just a conversation I was having with someone. This was years ago. And like it was just someone, it's not someone I even talked to today. This was years ago. And yeah, I was just having like a regular conversation because I'd met this person at a party. And I was at the house still at the party, and it was just, yeah, it just went that way. But anyway, you know.
Well,
But I just want to know. I just want to know, like,
Chuck,
is there a line? Can you do that?
Yeah, this will answer your question, Chuck. People don't use cocaine to get impaired. You know that impaired feeling
Yeah.
that you get. People use coke for energy, right?
The fuck?
So these things, yes. So when they want to keep the night going, they do a lot of coke. It's energy, right? So I see people who they'll get shit-faced drunk, do a line of coke, and now they back up.
They're back at it. It's almost like it sobers you up.
Yeah. And that's why people do a lot of coke. People kind of, it's like I don't know what you would call it, like a speed or a type of something that, you know, get your energy,
Yep.
you're going. A lot of successful business people will do a line of coke before big business meetings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because now they're awake, they're alive, they can, so I don't know if it's not an impairment,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's not like I can't think, I can't like
No, it's a stimulant, so it's like really like if anything, it kind of like enhances some things. Obviously, it's a drug, so it's terrible for you. But like it when you're drinking a lot, it'll like sober you, or at least it makes you think like you're sobered up a little bit, and like it kind of makes you more focused. It makes you more talkative instead of like you just slurring your words because you're drunk. So it's like, all right, and it helps with that. And it, you know, like you said, like decision makers have like done it before, so they can be lively for a meeting or whatever. But anyway, I know. Listen, I know we were talking about a lot of things there, and I hate to cut away here, but we do have a segment we got to do with you, of course, before we get into any other questions. We were talking for a while here. We actually only got a little bit of time left. So let's go ahead and get into this. And of course, what we are discussing here is, Chuck, do you think it's time?
I think it's my fucking time.
I think it's time too. And I think it is time for Elton to do the word of the day. Word of the day. Woo! Anyway, so how the word of the day works, Elton, I know you know how it works because we've done it before, but I'm going to go ahead and explain it again just in case you want to hear it again and just in case there are any new listeners listening in on this episode that don't know how it works. So how the word of the day works is we usually get a random word from the big old dick. That's the old dictionary that Jimmy has. Jimmy's not here right now, but don't worry. He's actually, he's been cut out a lot throughout this season because he was going to be away with the Navy and stuff. So he gave me a bunch of words that we'd use randomly. And don't worry, I saw him do it. It's fair. He did it through the book. This isn't, it's not unfair to anyone else. So we just go in an order here. All right. So I'm going to pick this word randomly from this list of words he's given me, and I'm going to give it to you. And then what Elton has to do, or any of our guests have to do, is they have to use that word in a sentence. And at the end of the season, we rate the top 10 sentences for the word of the day list. Number one winning usually a trophy, a big prize, and everyone else gets to come on for the season finale. It's a lot of fun. So Elton is going to give us that sentence with the word I'm going to give him, and what he will be rated on is how funny the word is, or how funny the sentence is, how creative the sentence is, and of course, if he used the word correctly. So, Elton, do you understand the rules for the word of the day?
I do.
Fantastic. All right, sir. And your word of the day is... Oh, God, Chuck's going to hate this one. Jesus Christ.
Great.
Your word of the day is doctor. Doctor.
Wow.
And doctor, and again, I'm sure everyone here knows what a doctor is, but I always give the definition just in case there's anyone out there who doesn't know. It is a qualified practitioner of medicine, a physician. And doctor is spelled D-O-C-T-O-R. All right. So, Elton, whenever you're ready, please give us that word of the day sentence.
Good work. Yeah.
But use it in a sentence.
Yes. No pressure.
In the pimping game, when a bitch don't give you her money, you got a doctor. Doctor.
I see what you did there.
Okay.
I see what you did there.
You got a doctor.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I see what you did there.
That's funny.
Or I could just be like, I'm old as hell. So whenever I fall, call the ambulance so I can go to the doctor. Either way.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, sir, for giving us that word of the day submission. We like to do it every time a guest, their first appearance on, of course, they give a word of the day sentence. So that was, of course, the word of the day right there. But anyway, we're about 10 minutes, 15 minutes here left. So I want to ask Elton a few more questions before we get out of here, especially in the acting gig. Elton, I wanted to know, I was thinking about this the other day because I knew you were coming on. What do you think? Just being around, obviously with yourself and just other actors and actresses out there, what do you think sets a great performance apart from a good one? What do you think in the line of work, what do you think they can do, or what specifically will just make something great instead of good?
I am a limited type actor, right? I'm a limited type. I'm not ashamed to say that. But there are some people who are extraordinary. Wrap your mind around the Robert Downey Jr.'s acting style.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. is so versatile. I'm gonna tell you that. I watched the movie Tropic Thunder.
Yeah,
right.
Of course.
Well, I didn't watch the beginning of it. I came in. We were on the point, and I came in maybe about 30 minutes into the movie.
Okay.
I honestly thought that was a black dude. No shit. And I was wondering why old boy kept making references like, what do you mean you pee? Or, stuff like that. And at the end of the movie, bro, he's ripping off his hair and all this other stuff. And it was Robert Downey Jr.
Oh my God.
What is happening? You see what I'm saying? There are certain actors that are so versatile. And you know what? The black community wasn't even mad at it. I think media was more mad at it than the black community. I was listening to Jamie Foxx talk, and Jamie Foxx is another brilliant actor. I thought this was just a goofy motherfucker. He played that role, Ram.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, yeah.
He was Ray Charles. For real.
He did. Yeah.
What the, and that is when actors have great depth.
Mm-hmm.
They are able to entrance themselves in any role and make you believe. Again, we're talking about the dude who played King Joffrey on I'm pretty sure I haven't seen him in another movie because it's hard to cast him.
Yeah. I think he quit too.
Other than anything else than that.
Yeah.
Like he entranced himself so much in that role, and they are able to sell you on an ideal that it's completely not them. That is the point to where I want to be at. I want to be able to get on a screen and be able to convince you that I am something that I'm really not. It's easy to do when you have roles like, U.S. Marshal and this, that, and the other thing. I've been in the military. That's an easy role. Those aren't anything that I have to work at. Oh, gangster, stuff. I really live that lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? So that ain't nothing you have to guess about. But to really take a role that someone gives you and go for it. And really have everybody believing that was them is just it's amazing, and that's what sets them apart from the rest of Hollywood. And Denzel, I love Denzel, but after Training Day, Denzel has been the same person in every single movie that he's been in.
He's only did the Equalizer, right?
Yeah, well, the Equalizer. Remember way back in the day, he was that young cop that when he first hit the scene, right? He did the Equalizer. He's done
Glory too.
The Book of Eli,
Book of Eli.
Glory. He's done a lot of stuff, a lot of great movies, but he's been that dude. You know what I mean? And there's Denzel when you see Denzel. So that's the thing of a movie that had him in mind for a certain role. But when you can take a Joker and write a movie and that person fits exactly what you need and what you want, I mean, that right there is. I mean, you can't replace that. And there's only a couple of people who can actually do that.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
And I like how you gave examples for that answer. And I like how your answer was also more in depth than other people. I know I saw a little shout out to this show. It was called Extras, this show by Ricky Gervais back in like the early 2000s. And it was obviously a comedy, but like he asks at one point, Sir Ian McKellen, who, of course, he's been in a lot of stuff, but he played most notably Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings movies. And he asked Ian McKellen, like, how do you like become a great actor? And Ian McKellen, it was a joke, obviously, but he goes he's like, what I do is I pretend to be the person in the movie. Okay. It's like, all right. I mean, he's not wrong, but it's just like, that's it. That's like his only answer. Yeah, it's just kind of funny. So I'm glad you were able to not only give some examples, but give more of an answer to that question than what I'm sure some other people would give. I also wanted to ask before we get out of here, because I'm sure I'm sure it has happened with everyone, but like, how do you handle criticism when it comes to your acting, but also like, how do you utilize it too? Because I'm sure you use it well.
There's two types of criticism.
Yes.
The first one is comes from a self-realization place.
Mm-hmm.
If you're telling me something I know I'm weak at, I have to realize I'm weak there and work on it.
Okay.
So I actually thank those people because I call that mentorship.
Yeah.
The second type of criticism is hating criticism, where they offer no type of way forward to get better. They just hate it, right? Kind of like Drake was hating on Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, we're talking about that. Oh man, we're bringing that back.
Don't let that go, bro. West Side, baby. West Side.
I don't think he was hating. He wasn't hating on Kendrick.
Oh, he was. I mean, if you listen to the diss track, bro, it's grimy. And then he used Pop and Snoop on it, AI voice. It's grimy.
That was genius, wasn't it? That was genius.
Yeah, but it was grimy. That was grimy. So he that was kind of inspiring. There's no way you could look at that. But going back, in that case, there's no betterment in the situation.
Okay.
You just want to hate because you hate. So you have to be able to decipher. And then the haters who are hate, you just don't want it, like they don't exist. You really do. Yeah, I mean, because in this world, let's just face it. You can probably go back to my post when I posted, the Magnum PI on my Instagram, and there's a couple haters on it. That's just the reality we live in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do I address something, make myself look like an asshole? No.
Mm-hmm.
They don't warrant that type of attention.
Oh.
But those who give me constructive criticism and tell me, hey, bro, I don't like the way you did that. This is how I would have did it. And you probably want to think about taking this class and doing this or doing this or doing that. See, right there, I pay attention. Because now you told me what it is that I messed up on and a way forward. Because I might think I'm doing everything right. But for somebody who's been there, done that, and it doesn't even have to be anybody who's been there, done that, because your fans will dictate whether you go far or not.
Yeah.
Right? If a fan comes up to me and be like, man, I need you to be a little bit more of this or a little bit more of that, and then I will sell that because we've all seen movies where it's just a lot of bad acting.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. You're just like, oh my goodness, this is awful. It doesn't take a genius to see that.
Yeah.
CB4.
Yeah. Boy, that was a class, but it was awful acting, boy.
It was awful acting, but it was so awful that it was like awfully on purpose.
It's a class.
Like, yeah.
And I think they did that on purpose. It was supposed to be awful. And it was supposed to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you a movie that was such the worst movie I've seen in my whole entire life. And I watched the whole thing because I could not believe it was that bad. And I wanted to see a part of this movie that made this movie good. I didn't care if it was the ending or whatever it was, but it just never came. Was Tales from the Hood 2. I implore you to watch Tales from the Hood 2. And I'm telling you right now, it is the most, I am not by any means dissing the writers or the producer or the actors. This is just an opinion, an observation, and you guys can just see for yourself. Man, it was painful to watch.
I'll add that to the list of movies.
Yeah,
I gotta
because
watch.
the first Tale from the Hood was a classic though, man.
Yeah, it was. It was a banger. That's why I watched.
Like you gotta get your black card. You gotta watch that to get your black card.
Oh, that was one of the movies, definitely. So yeah, Christian, if you want your black card, we got a list of movies we need you to watch.
Did we talk about this last time? I forget if like you were on, but like someone else said this. I know it was last season, and Chuck, you were definitely there, where like you were just giving me a rundown of movies that I had to see to get that card, and I'm like, all right, I'll add a list. Like I'll watch these movies. So like I'm
ain't watching shit of them. You ain't watching none movie.
I'm watching. I gotta watch Tales of. Well, I haven't had time, unfortunately, but I will when this summer comes. I'll watch every day, or every other day. I'll try to watch a single movie and like get back. I'll write an essay for you. You're my professor.
At least watch Martin. Damn.
Yes.
Boy, Dragonfly John. My name is Dragonfly John.
Hey, why you bullshitting? There's like this producer that uses PA, you wanna go out here? He uses that. You know what I'm talking about? Have y'all heard that in songs? I now know where that came from. It came from it came from an episode of Jamie Foxx.
Oh, okay.
Because I heard producers there, yeah.
I was watching Jamie Foxx and I heard Jamie Foxx be like, yo, PA, you wanna come out here? I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That was I instantly started thinking Playboy Cardi or something. Like, I started making a beat.
There you go. All right. Well,
fantastic. Just shout out, my studio will be up and running here pretty soon. We'll have all of this side. That will be my audio side, and that whole back wall is gonna have a green screen on it. And okay. So bang bang.
I'm happy to see that set up. But speaking of you talking about that, it is that time now where we're going to go around the computer screen here and give our last minute plug. So starting with Chuck, my friend. Also, I want to say right now, actually, before Chuck goes, that Jimi, unfortunately, because of his technical issues and his son, he said his son was like starting to, act up. He had to go watch his son. So he unfortunately had to leave, but he wanted to say to you, Elton, that he really appreciated you going on. And he wished he could have stayed here longer with you. But, he does have like a month, a 2-month old. So it's a little difficult at times when he's got to watch his son. But yes, he does appreciate you taking the time to come on today. So shout out to Jimmy. But of course, Chuck, before we get into my last minute plugs and our honored special guest here, could you please give your last minute plugs to listeners?
Hey man, keep sharing our shit. That's it.
All right. Fuck yeah. All
Thanks
right. Thank you.
for liking our shit. That'd be dope.
Is that it? Okay. Is that it? I couldn't tell if you're done. All right, cool. Well, thank you so much, Chuck, for those last minute plugs. My last minute plugs, of course, are you can follow Great Morning _ the podcast on Instagram. You can follow Great Morning _ the podcast on TikTok. You can follow Slightly Special with 2 L's at the end. You can follow DJ Chucky. You can follow Topazkin. You can follow You Love Steph on Instagram. You can follow O'Shea.ivy. The dot is a punctuation mark, not written out. All right, so you can follow him there on Instagram. You can follow Trip God Jimmy. That's TRYPGODJIMI. And of course, be on the lookout soon. Our 5-year anniversary spectacular will be coming out May 22nd. So, just a couple more weeks and we'll get that new special out to you folks. All right. But that's it for my last minute plugs. Now moving in to our special guest here today, Elton. Thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate you taking the time. I know it's still a little early by you, and appreciate everyone, being able to move their schedule around, because we didn't want to do it on Mother's Day. So we really appreciate you coming out today. And it's always fun talking with you. So my friend, could you please give your last minute plugs to listeners?
Well, just real quick, want to give a shout out to all my military people who are still in, kicking ass, taking names. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you, bro. But I'm just gonna put a plug out there for my chief. My chief, take control, bro. It's getting out of control. Who in the hell let that officer get on that gun with the soap factor? I don't need y'all chiefs to start chiefing, dog. That is out of control.
You tell them.
But then, and then everybody else, to the people out there who are sick and shut in, and the less fortunate, you guys are always on my heart. If anything I can do to help out with fundraisers or anything, just please hit me up on Instagram at Elton.Garner, and we'll see what we could put together. Would like to thank my publicist, Melon Moore, and my agent, Lou Brooks. And then you guys are spectacular. Man. I love you guys. You guys have a special place in my heart, man. So,
fuck yeah. We appreciate that.
Love you too, bro.
Hell yeah. We really appreciate that. And thank you again for coming on. And of course, guys, that was our episode. Great morning.
Great morning.
Bye bye. Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.
Great morning.